And we're coming back to you live from our bedrooms. I'm Sean.
And I'm Zach. That was
I was
beautiful.
like,
What a
I was
transition.
like, oh, I'm supposed to do that today. I'm really tired. Oh
Sean,
gosh.
stop making up excuses. Like, today's your day. I expect you to come prepared every single spicy nugs.
I actually woke up from a nap like 20 minutes ago.
Oh, so this is going to be a really good episode, what I'm hearing. We have Sleepy Sean, the best
Dude,
Sean.
Sleepy Sean, somebody's taking a train to Sleepy Time Junction. Somebody is so tired he can barely
It's me.
function.
It's me.
So he's hopping on that train to Sleepy Time Junction. Somebody's taking a train to Sleepy Time Junction.
Okay, you know what the best part of that whole thing was? Because you're on your phone, you sound completely different, but like it was beautiful, and like that's what really needed to be on the album. Sorry, I'm just like we're gonna have to have you sing over the phone more for the other songs.
All aboard! Clyde the engineer. Sleepy Time Junction is so near.
Rip headphone users like myself. Oh my goodness. So
Got
Sean,
what? Huh?
do you want to tell me all about Goblin Valley,
Sure, man. Um, yo, bro.
bro?
Let me break it down for the viewers
Bro,
at home.
bro.
Okay. So we drive down, and it's just a lovely drive down. We drive through a snowstorm, a rainstorm. Um, yeah, we drive through that. We poop
Okay,
out of that, and it's just storm all around us. But where we are, stillness. And we're
so
like,
you were in the
yeah.
eye of the storm. Is what you're saying.
And that was the whole time. It was like we look in the distance and there's snow, but like where we are, we're fine the whole time.
I still don't
So
know
it was
how
great.
you managed that. Like, everywhere got
It's called
snowed on, and the one spot you guys was like, fine. What in the world?
it's called righteous living, my dude. uh,
So you're
so we
saying
find this
if I
camping
was there,
spot,
then it
and
would have snowed. That's what you're trying to tell me?
Zach.
Yeah.
Oh, you roboed for me, so it was scary. It's
How?
fine.
Well, I mean, it didn't matter anyways. Continue.
Zach.
Hi.
Oh, okay. um, okay, so we find a camping spot, and it's lovely because there's not that many people around because it's a little bit cold, and as we have seen by certain people who might be friends of ours, it being cold means people won't go camping.
True.
Anyways, so we find this cool camping spot, we go explore around it, right, and then we start setting up the tent, and I'm like, oh man, I didn't bring a hammer. Oh well, grab rocks, everyone. You know, like you do. And we
Like
start
the
hitting the
cavemen
stakes
you
in.
were.
Well, we start hitting the stakes in, and I go, ooh.
That's
And
how
then
it
Corby's like,
started.
oh, ooh. And then Jacob's like, ooh, ooh. And then we did that forever.
Dude, you were still doing it when you got back. Like, I'm convinced it hasn't stopped yet.
It definitely hasn't. I think Corby. Wait, let me check. Yeah, he literally just texted me. Oh. That's not even a joke. That is literally true.
Well, I mean, not special or anything, Sean. Corby texted me too just a minute ago, so suck it.
Does it say? Oh,
No. It was just Corby making fun of
that's
me. You
embarrassing.
know, it's the usual. It's fine.
That's embarrassing. My goodness.
But I mean,
So yeah,
I mean, it doesn't matter what it was said because I got noticed by the core, but that's all that matters. So,
I get that. Oh man. So yeah, we were cavemen, and I'll tell you what, we did that the whole time. Like, if we got separated from each other at Gollum Valley, there was one point where we did. Like, Jacob and I went one direction, to get down this kind of tricky part, and Corby went a different way. And we were like, "Where's Corby?" So we were like, "Oh, oh," and then like we heard nothing. We're like, "What, Corby? Where are you?" And we start looking around. We're like, "Oh," and then I hear in the distance, "Oh," and I'm like, "Oh," and we start like slowly narrowing in on each other. And then when we see each other, we're like, "Oh, oh, oh," and we like run up and we start banging our chests.
Trying to help.
That sounds incredible.
So, yeah. But just a shout out, you'll see the road trip video because Corby and I are known for our road trip videos. We decided to
I was
actually film
told
one
there was a road
on
trip
a road
video.
trip.
And I still haven't seen
Yeah,
it.
it'll be.
Where is it, Sean? Where is it?
It'll be
people.
coming soon. I had
This
to
is what the people
prioritize the
want.
spicy nugs. I had to prioritize the spicy nugs because I knew because there was an actual video in the spicy nugs, it would take a long time to upload, which it did. It took like 4 hours. So,
Oh my goodness.
yeah.
Wow.
All that for the fire, man. Just for the fire.
But it's gonna be worth it.
So, yeah.
So I have to know.
Yeah.
Because I haven't seen the whole episode yet, which I will. Did you throw my voice in there?
I don't know, Zach. I guess you'll just have to find out.
I guess I'll have to watch it. I doubt you did, but I never know with Sean.
Same with
the things I find
same
out
with
later.
you. Same with you, loyal viewers. You'll just have to find out by watching the episode.
And
Yeah, I guess.
check out the merch store in the link in the description.
Yep, that's what we like to do. Yeah, okay.
Dude, you're so tired right now. It's incredible.
Oh man, you have no idea.
Can you stop yawning on our podcast? It's really distracting.
I will. This is my podcast. I will yawn if I want to.
It is a Tuesday. It is your day. I'm sorry. Go right ahead. How dare I?
Yeah.
How dare I?
I don't even want to talk. I just want to yawn for the next 10 minutes.
Dude,
that's right.
Now that's an ASMR episode right there.
Just 10 minutes of.
Crap! Oh my gosh, where's the sound clip I need for Sean of his ASMR of just the papers crinkling and the life jacket noises? Dang it! This is what I needed it.
Dude, I could go right back to sleep right now. I really could.
Well, you can't, Sean, because you still haven't even told me what you wanted to talk about today. We're 10 minutes in.
Dude, I got nothing.
You got nothing? Well, that's okay, because I have something if you got nothing.
Well, I used it on my discussion with Jacob and Corby, so, that's all I had. That was my only thought from all of last week, so
Wow.
I'm out of thoughts.
Well, I have a question for you then.
Go right ahead, my lady. Go right ahead.
Oh my. Well, so we watched a few movies 2 days ago? A few days ago? I don't know what it was. It's been a while. Anyways, what did you think about
I remember that.
The Invitation?
I was there for the pizza. But yeah.
Pizza? Yeah, Sean got his pizza, crawled under the pool table, and just called it a night.
Listen, I'll get onto your question, but first let me sit. Clay, I apologize for my behavior at that movie night. I was really tired, and I was there for the pizza. I will not deny that. It's very true, and I'm sorry. Okay, that's all.
How dare you? Honestly, I'm offended on Clay's behalf right now. So
I was offended on Clay's behalf.
Oh. Well, in that case, I guess it's okay then.
Okay, so, The Invitation. What did I think of it? I thought that was a decent movie. I liked its attempts to kind of subvert your expectations. I really did appreciate that. I didn't say much after the movie ended because, once again, I was quite tired. Um,
Or
I
in
believe
other
I
words,
started.
Sean just didn't pay attention at all. He's just making things up as he talks. And
No, no, I was totally. I was watching the movie. I watched the whole movie. Just because I wasn't talking during it doesn't mean I wasn't paying attention
well,
back.
I don't know about that, Sean. Like, you talk during every movie, so when you don't talk during a movie, I get a little concerned.
I was just tired. I was just so tired. Um,
That's fair.
um, no, I liked that. Like the whole time, you really were questioning uh, if the main character, who was seemingly acting quite paranoid, if he was justified or not. I thought that was I thought they did a really good job with that. I definitely was like at points I was like he's displaying, assuming like I was reading or watching the movie in certain ways, like if I was seeing certain things as one thing or the other. I was like these are like some very classic like schizophrenic symptoms, like straight up.
Hmm.
So like I thought they did a very good job of making you question reality in that way. And then the slow burn was just it was just powerful. So yeah.
Right. So I remember watching it the first time with Clay, and I remember thinking, and we both thought like, we didn't show Sean this movie. He'd like this movie. But I think the part where like that really brought that movie together for me is like when Spencer said it during the movie. He was like, oh my gosh, if the friend shows up now, the friend who like he was just questioning about at the dinner, um and then he shows up. I'm like, I just loved that like everyone had the same reactions that me and Clay were having at the beginning. It was like, we don't know, and I feel like there. I feel like watching the movie a second time for me, there was even stuff I picked up on the second time that I didn't notice throughout the first time.
Mm.
And I don't
Such
know.
as
So there was just like small details. It wasn't like nothing major, but it was just like smaller things that like added to the mystery that like I don't know, maybe I didn't pay attention enough the first time. Um
okay.
or like the when blah 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 blah. Well, I just lost my train of thought so bad. Sean, how dare you?
Do 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 do
Okay,
do
no,
do
okay.
do.
So you know when the one girl ends up going to leave the party and
Yeah,
um
yeah.
I I doubt she made it up, but we can't say she didn't, right?
Mhm.
Like I feel like it was just all the small things that added up, and I feel like that movie did really well is leave mystery to like it didn't answer everything in the end,
Yeah,
and I feel like
yeah.
that is really important when it comes to like suspenseful movies or I don't even call it a mystery movie, but like just movies that like play on like your mental state and like just tries to confuse you. Like I feel like not answering um certain questions can do a lot more than just explaining it. So I wanted your take on
Yeah.
that. Like is and like in what situations do you think not answering things works and when doesn't it? Because I feel like there's a lot of movies out there as well where it's like people end up hating the end because it didn't explain anything.
Well, yeah. Okay, so that's I really like that question. I think that's a very important question for creating stories, creating plot lines. Um, I think what both those movies we watched that night actually did very well was leaving things ambiguous. And um, I know like Spencer kind of complained about that in the second movie, but I was totally fine with it. And I think the reason why is I feel like how many like freaking movies are there where it's like you see the character and they're falling or something's about to happen and like you're probably wondering how I got here. Well, we're gonna need to back it up a few steps if we're gonna explain everything. Here's me. I was born. Everyone has to be. You know, like like everyone on this planet has seen a movie, they've consumed some form of media. They know how things go now. Like not
Right.
everything has to be explained. There's like a level of trust that you're giving to the audience. That you're saying, okay, like in that second movie, there's some kind of virus. It's never explained exactly what it is, but like we get it. Like it kills people. They don't want it to spread. Like, and they make that very clear in the very first scene, with what they do there.
Yep.
I won't bring all that up. If people want to watch, what was it called? They come at night, or it comes at
It
night, or
comes at
something.
night. Yep.
Yeah. So I thought both movies did a very good job, um, of just like leaving things like the first movie. I would say the acting really brought it all together, like the way the characters do, like how they're related to one another, because you just know they're friends at the beginning, and then
Right.
slowly throughout you kind of figure out what that means for different people, right? And I thought that the fact that it wasn't just at the very beginning, he was like, I'm so worried to go see my ex-wife or whatever because my son, whatever. I will go into it all. But like the, the fact that they didn't spell it out keeps you more engaged. Otherwise, it would have just been like, okay, yeah, that's sad, but like, yeah, fine. You know what I mean?
Like this, it would almost lose its edge if you explained it.
Exactly. So there's like a certain level of just like, and this is something my like in my writing class that I've been trying to focus on as I've been writing is like you don't have to explain every little thing.
Mm.
There's concepts and there's ideas that people understand, and even if they don't, it'll become more interesting to them because they're learning about it in a way that you're just explaining it as if it's the most normal thing in the world.
With the second movie we watched, It Comes at Night. Like, I like how you mentioned
Mm-hmm.
that it like we know there's this virus, but we have no idea how it starts, no idea what it really does, and like the virus is like the big thing that made this whole situation possible, and yet the story was still able to progress without us knowing nothing about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, I feel like it's just so fascinating that like something so important like we can know so little about for the entire movie and the whole thing still works. Like I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, it's impressive. Honestly, it's very impressive. Because I think because of because of like the internet and like you know uh, theorizing channels and like breakdown channels, people feel like oh there needs to be some kind of Easter egg to something else. Like you need to explain how it works. Like, and I think that idea kind of leaks into writers. If uh, Certainly I have felt that where I'm like, oh, what if I made this like some kind of deeper thing, But like it works just fine by itself without adding a billion layers of depth to it. Um, but perhaps even better than that is just like you don't have to spell out the billion layers of depth. You
Mm.
just leave it the way it is, and you know it's that way. And because you know all of the mechanisms of it, you know how it works. And so it doesn't necessarily matter that maybe the characters don't know how to work. In fact, it creates more tension because they don't. Something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So we have a little bit of time left, and there's one more thing I wanted to go into with this idea, and that's the idea of how do you feel about movies that um, leave you have the potential to leave you so confused that like you look up what happened in the end? Because like me and Clay did that with It Comes at Night. Like we really liked the movie, but we're like, but I want more answers. And then we looked it up, and that's when like we saw the director's notes about the characters representing different emotions and stuff. Like, the dad was paranoia, the one was curiosity, right?
Right.
Um, so how do you feel about that? Like, do you think all that should be explained in the movie, or at least heavily hinted, or do you think it's okay that it just leaves you wanting to know more, which actually makes you look it up?
For me, I think that's great. I think it's great because I think um, like a piece of media that someone creates. Like, it can just be fun and entertaining. That's perfect. Like, that's the point of it, right? But like, if you take something that is fun and entertaining, and you create that level of ambiguity to it, where someone's going back and thinking about it later on, like now you've affected them in some way, um, and now like you've captured a piece of their attention. That's, I mean, for lack of a better way to put it, that's like a perfect way to market what you're doing. Like that's what's going to create those theorizing channels. That's what's going to create someone's 15-minute video essay about what the freak just happened. And that's, I think it's cool. Like, even if they like get it all wrong, compared to what like the director was going for or whatever, I think that's really cool that it's left in that way, that you're like, oh well, what if this, yeah, I don't know, yeah.
No, I really like how you mentioned that it like if you're thinking about the movie after the movie, then it's done a good job. I think like I totally agree with that point. Like not every movie needs to like be that way. Some can just be for pure entertainment in the moment. But like with movies like that, like I think that's huge. Is like if you're continuously think about it after you've seen it, like even like days after, like what you just thought was worth it, right?
Exactly.
It's like the Tall Man. We always go back to the Tall Man, but
that's exactly what I was going to say. I was going to talk about the Tall Man and Undertale. I was going to say there's layers and there's levels to this. And I think the Tall Man is a very good example of just like you kind of get what's going on at the end, but it's still like there's a level of ambiguity where you're like, whoa, that was crazy, and it leaves you with questions.
Yeah.
So does Undertale in a lot of ways, especially if you complete every kind of different route and like see different secrets within the game. You realize, oh, there's like something here, like, and it leaves something with you, and so you end up talking about it with your friend on a podcast for 20 minutes, and then you continue to bring it up like in every single episode ever.
Well, that sounds really familiar, Sean. I don't know.
I know, it really does. I don't know why. It's strange. It's weird. It's crazy.
Well, I guess a lesson is don't explain everything. There it is.
Unless you want to. I mean, it's fine.
But I mean, Sean's opinion doesn't really matter, so it's only mine. Listen to me.
Oh my.
I take it all back, Sean. You're Do you have anything you wanna leave us off with, or?
Yeah. Here's all I have left. Thank you all so much for joining us. I am still tired.
And I'm still Zach.
And we'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Bye-bye. Zach is right. Zach is always right. Sean is wrong. Always very wrong.
Sean is right. Sean is always right. Zach is wrong. Zach is very wrong. Do 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 do.
No, Sean's not talking to me. It's just gonna be me this episode. Me. Sean. Sean.
Huh. 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 Huh.
How dare you say that to me? Never say that again.
Huh. Huh.
I said never again.
Oh, sorry. Huh.
So, Sean.
Yes, Zachy.
You sound mighty interesting today.
What do you say that?
Don't worry about it. It's fine. You sound
Am
beautiful.
Am I very robo?
No, you just sound like you're far away.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How about now?
Oh my goodness, now you're like in my eardrum.
Interesting.
And
Very interesting.
like, did you get like a new mic or something? Oh, you on like your phone? Like,
No, well, Yeah, I'm on my phone. I was trying to turn on Discord and it was updating, and I think my computer is just having a massive heart attack today. So
Oh, I
it was
see.
taking forever, and I decided to give up. So I'm on my phone.
Well, you
Um,
sound just as beautiful as ever, so don't even worry.
I'm worried now because you said I don't sound
No,
beautiful. It made me
Sean, you
really
always
worried
sound
about myself.
beautiful. What do you mean?
You made me really worried. I wonder if there's like something I could
Well,
do.
you kind of deserve it because I just found out that you guys did a Spicy Nuggets episode in Goblin Valley. And,
I mean, you were very invited to Goblin Valley, so that's
you're not
on
wrong.
you.
That's a good point there, but.
Well, I'll tell you what. That Spice Nugs episode is probably going to be our chillest one ever because it's got that nice fire. I just
Dude,
recorded
I
the
listened to
fire the
like the first
whole
5 minutes while I was waiting for you to, get in Discord, and it was chill,
time.
dude. I loved it.
What a vibe.
Besides the part where you guys like called me out, and
That's
but it's no big
the
deal.
best part.
That's
That's what the whole episode's about.
that's respectable, honestly.
Okay.